Okay, this is a quick debate. Okay, Arsenal's invincible season versus Leverkusen's impending invincible season. Which one is greater, more impressive? Which is better? That's a quick debate we're gonna have here. Okay, and this one we hadn't planned it, but on our way here, Charlie, the guys were talking plenty, so I said, okay, I organized some quick debates for them. Arsenal's invincible season or Leverkusen's invincible season. Arsenal went 50 games in the Premier League unbeaten. 49. Lost on the 50th. This is Premier League alone. Leverkusen have gone 50 games in all competitions unbeaten. That is the longest unbeaten run in Europe. In the history of the football. Not just like in the last something years. No. Benfica had done 49 in the 70s. Even Real Madrid don't have that record. So Leverkusen have done something that has never been done before anywhere in Europe in the history of football. Arsenal did something that had never been done before in the history of the Premier League. They did it. But whose feat is more impressive? That's what we're here to speak about. Not who had the greatest players, not who had the better players, but whose run is more impressive. That's it. Sicho.
But friend, say as of folk went unbeaten but never won the league.
Yeah, I know that season. They went the whole season unbeaten but didn't win the league. There were too many draws.
Charlie.
There was Herbert Addo who was the coach. I remember. Sicho for Philip Patrim.
Yeah, friends.
You have 4 minutes.
Great.
Uninterrupted.
Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Whose is greater? Pick your stand and tell us.
Leverkusen, if they finish the season unbeaten and win, and of course, if they finish the season unbeaten, it means they would have the treble in the bag. The Bundesliga, the Pokal, and the Europa League. Friends, I don't think there is one season for any club, right?
There isn't.
That would be as remarkable as what Leverkusen would have done if they end up winning these 3 trophies. And the Invincible doesn't even come in. You see, there's a narrative about the Invincibles that I don't want to hear.
Which is?
And it was in your intro. You said Arsenal didn't lose how many games? You said Arsenal went without losing how many games?
49.
It's not true.
In the Premier League.
No. The Invincible season was just one season.
Right.
They played 30. How many games they played? 38 games without losing.
Yes.
Then the next season,
they continued.
It carried on.
Yes.
But the Invincible season was just that 38 games that they played and didn't win. The next season was impact. That one is a carry forward.
No problem.
So when you say they played mini and they didn't,
so the 49 makes it sound too impressive.
As if they played the league, they played only
38 games. We're not beaten. That's fact.
They lost the FA Cup semi-final to Man United, and in the Carabao Cup, they lost. They went out in the 5th round.
In the same season.
Obviously, they didn't win the Champions League. Otherwise, we would have known.
Yes.
Okay. Leverkusen, and at the time Arsenal were Invincibles, Arsenal were top 2 Premier League teams. Top 2. It was either Arsenal or Man United. Forget everybody.
So they had enough players, enough quality players.
That is Arsenal. Okay. Arsenal as a Wenger. They were peak. That was peak Arsenal. Top 2.
In other words, they were capable.
No, they were capable. Leverkusen is a team playing the Bundes. Listen, their name was Leverkusen, never winning. Don't win. They don't never doing something.
And the season before,
the season before, they were
nearly
in
relegated.
Relegation zone when Xabi Alonso took over. He went on to take them all the way to the Europa League semis, lost out to Jose Mourinho. And then he went all the way to qualify them to the Europa League from taking them from a relegation team.
Yes.
This season, they've played the whole Bundesliga without losing a game if they win this weekend.
Which they will against Bochum.
Quick.
Augsburg, sorry.
See, against Bayern plus Dortmund, first 11 combined, like Bayern plus Dortmund, first 11.
First 11 between those two, they will still win.
Then Tuchel and then Terzic to combine and coach, they will still lose against Leverkusen. That is Leverkusen this season.
They have scored the winning goal or equalizer
90 plus
in
7.
the 90 plus
in the last 4 games.
In 10 matches.
Yes. So what I'm saying is, Leverkusen's record is not about the league. Forget it. They've also gone all the way in the Pokal and have not lost a game. They are in the final. They've gone all the way to the final of the Europa League. They are in the final without losing. You see, you can get to the final in Europa League by losing a game. You can lose a game in the group stage, lose some first leg.
Even though Chelsea has done it. Chelsea are the only team that has gone all the way to win without losing.
But you were losing in your league and you're losing in other cups.
I'm
putting
okay.
context to it that
you said uninterrupted. You said uninterrupted.
Everybody start from.
Yes, you were in Champions League and you dropped.
But when they entered Europa,
No,
they
it's
didn't
different.
lose.
It's different. Because you lost games in the Champions League.
Okay, fair enough.
Yes, so
That's
that
how
one.
come you end
That's
up.
you were not good enough.
No
so you
problem,
dropped.
but I'm
Yes.
saying that
It's not true. That's the point.
What is not true?
Carry on.
That the whole Europa League they played in the Europa League, they didn't lose.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
say
so
no interruption.
obsessed with this Chelsea.
All right, Sicho, you've made a strong point.
So what I'm saying
First,
is,
stop lying.
for Leverkusen, you can't even bring Arsenal in. The only time Arsenal will come in because whatever Arsenal achieved in the Premier League that season, only in the Premier League, Leverkusen, if they beat Osberg, would have achieved it. That is where it ends for Leverkusen and Arsenal. So Leverkusen would have equaled Arsenal's Invincible record in the league. But Leverkusen would have bettered what Arsenal did by going unbeaten to win the cup. And they would have also bettered it by going unbeaten to win the Europa League. How do you compare the two? You did it in the league. Somebody has done it across the entire season. Also, when any are you okay?
And even if you compare the league feat alone, there were as many as 10 draws in the Arsenal Invincible season.
Yes.
Leverkusen have only drawn 6 matches.
So
I think that's not even what it was 12.
see, friends.
It was 12 in the
In the
49
extended-
period,
friends.
but in the
I don't
single
care about
season,
the draws. If you draw, you've not lost. Leverkusen can draw 100 games. They've not lost. If they draw all the games and they win the league, and they go on to draw every game and they win the other trophies, it won't compare to. Arsenal won't compare can't compare their Invincibles
to
to
them.
what Leverkusen
Fair
have done.
enough. You
It's
made your point
incredible.
strongly. Daniki, you two, you get 4 minutes.
The Invincibles will be the greatest team
Who's Invincible?
that the world has. What is Invincible? Why Leverkusen are they called Invincible? When they say Invincibles, who are we talking about? Why do you ask these questions like you don't know what I'm talking about?
Danny
Celtic,
K, go
Celtic
on.
have done that before.
Are Celtic called the Invincibles?
Celtic have done that. Benfica have done that before.
Are Celtic
I don't
called the
think I don't think
Invincibles?
Fetty will be wrong to say which one.
You don't mind this guy.
The Invincibles is a name given to us now. That's the
Who
name
gave
of that
their
team.
name?
When they say Invincibles, who are we talking about? Tell Celtics go and find their name.
Leverkusen should find their own name.
The Invincibles are the greatest team ever. Look,
What do you mean ever?
Sicho will talk
Don't.
about. Sicho will talk.
Danny, you are
Greatest
stretching
team in
it.
a season. In a season, we've not seen a feat like that before. In who be that? We've not seen some before.
Because they
You
didn't lose
can
again.
go. No. You can go unbeaten. As for unbeaten, there you can go. We see people in Porto leagues going unbeaten. How are you can do it? Feel free. and
How
go
is the
unbeaten.
Invincibles the greatest team ever in a single season? What are you talking about? They won 1 trophy and didn't lose a game in the league. What is your point?
He should have said in the league, not in the season.
What is he saying? How can you go and
No
host?
interruption. You are interrupting 4 minutes.
He's lying. I want to catch him. Go on.
But how is that line? Me, I've said that the Invincibles are the greatest. Why? It's not something we can argue. Well, it is fact. It is not me. It is fact to me. Invincibles are the greatest.
You go.
Thank
I don't
you.
want to interrupt
The
you. Go on.
Invincibles
Go
are
on
the
with your
greatest.
propaganda.
They are the greatest team that we've seen play a single season in football. The Invincibles,
even
Arsenal,
close, but go on.
2003, 2004. That
Go
team,
on.
untouchable.
What about
Go on.
Juve?
The only team-
Forget
The
it. Let him
only
go. on.
team with a golden Premier League trophy. Now let me start. Let me start with that Leverkusen team. Look, second fiddle will always be second fiddle. Okay? No, it's a fact. That Europa team, don't bring it. We beg, pack it somewhere. When we are talking about seniors, top this thing, you are bringing you're going in Europa. Europa heading. What is Europa?
It's a competition.
Boga, pack it somewhere. People are playing Champions League. You are talking about Europa. Are you serious? If we've gathered here big boys, then you are bringing the kiddie to come and pack that Europa team somewhere.
Okay, I've packed it. Pokal.
Pack
Oh,
that
it's
team
okay.
somewhere.
I've packed the Pokal.
When you talk about standards in football, there's a reason why. There's a reason why.
I know what they don't talk.
Uninterrupted.
Yeah. Let him go on. Go by here. That guy, he thinks he's the sharp guy.
But I don't understand.
Your point.
Go on. Go on.
You see, I don't understand why
You
they
mentioned
host-
poker, you don't pick on it.
I don't
You are
understand why-
pointing at them.
I
Move
don't
on.
understand
No,
why-
but how you the debate? You go lead down
they
well
suck.
for debate.
Because he started with propaganda.
Allow him. Young man, make
But
your
this
point.
host, he's not serious.
I've always been telling you.
Okay,
I'll
go
be
on.
listening.
Challenge shoot.
When you talk about standards in football,
Okay.
There's a reason why we rate the top tier competitions
True.
before we come to the rest.
True.
There's a reason why certain achievements in the top tier competitions will
True.
always be rated higher above some of them.
Yes.
There's a reason why somebody can finish with a Premier League trophy. You understand? And somebody can win Champions League. And the person who wins Champions League is seen as the boss.
Mhm.
There's a reason why somebody will win AFCON. And somebody will win CAF Champions League.
Mm.
And the person who won the AFCON will be seen as a boss.
Mm.
Because competitions have standards. Competitions have levels. They have ratings.
So your analogy here is
Yes or no? I'm asking you, do competitions have ratings, yes or no?
So it's more impressive
Is
to
the
do
winner
that.
of the Premier League the same as the winner of the Ghana Premier League, yes or no?
It's Premier
Yes
League
or
and
no?
Bundesliga.
Yes or no? I'm asking you a
No,
question.
no.
No, what's the next
But ask
question?
the same question with the Bundesliga.
Thank you.
Yes.
When you check the mother body that governs these two competitions,
Okay, the
there's
very
a
foolish
reason
why.
why they rate the Premier League above the Bundesliga.
Coach is laughing at you.
But it's true.
It's not true.
But it's true.
Danny K wants to say that to go unbeaten in the Premier League
I'm
is
not-
more impressive
I'm
than
not
to
saying-
go unbeaten in the Bundesliga. How can you tell me this story?
What are you talking about?
Is that the point you want to make?
What are you talking about?
Because Premier League is rated higher.
Didn't Hasofo go and beaten?
Okay, so
It's the
finish,
same as going and
finish
beating
your
the Premier
point.
League. Charlie, let's respect competitions.
We are listening. I'm listening. Finish that point. Finish
It's
that
a
point.
gathering. We are talking football. Then you are acting like if you go unbeaten in the FIFA World Cup, it's the same as going unbeaten in FA Cup. It's not all knockout
So
competitions.
you finish your point.
Charlie, let's be serious.
Finish your
We are
point.
talking-
So
we are
finish your
talking
point.
So the
football.
FA Cup and the
You
BFA
said
Cup is what they say.
coefficient something. UEFA when they are ranking something. Go on.
The mother body
Yes.
that oversees all these competitions,
Uh-huh.
there's a reason why they rate one above the other.
Uh-huh.
One plays 38 matches
Uh-huh.
because there are 20 teams that are worthy of playing.
Uh-huh.
One in drew 20.
Uh-huh.
There's a reason why they play 34. So
Uh-huh.
already in my season, I've played 4 extra matches,
Uh-huh.
gone to 4 extra 90 minutes than you.
Mhm.
The standard of the Premier League is higher than that of the Bundesliga.
Uh-huh.
During the season you were going unbeaten, you were playing second fiddle competition in Europa.
Mhm.
You can go and joke in the Europa and come and can you go and joke when you are playing Champions League alongside Premier League? Is it the same level of seriousness that you attach when you are playing Europa League?
It is. Because that's Leverkusen's level.
So your level no reach.
No,
That's
their
what-
That's
level,
not the
their level,
point.
that's not the
You
point.
don't reach my
That's
level.
not the
No.
point.
You've
Their
not.
level is
They-
Europa League and they are dominating
Daniel,
their
when you
level.
make that point, it's
I'm talking.
okay. Go on.
Please put
Okay.
this one is
When Leverkusen started the season, they started the season in Europa League.
And they
It's
dominated
not,
their
it's not
level.
like they shower, they drop there. They started with Europa League.
they
It's the
dominated their
competition
level.
in front of them.
We are
So
talking
they have to
about
play.
standards. I don't care.
You see, the reason why that point doesn't watch is simply because they were also given the chance to qualify for the Champions League, which they failed to.
They failed to.
It was just, but in the season before, we are thinking about the current season.
Games. They failed to win.
Uninterrupted.
How are you giving them excuses?
Uninterrupted, oh.
You're making excuses for Arsenal for losing Champions
This is
League.
what Situ has been doing. Time is going. Then you are there, you are fueling the thing. What is that? You finish the game and tell you have 1 minute left. What is that? Every time we do
Is it-
debates,
is it-
are you
What-
Situ that?
When he has a chance to make his point, then he'll do fake outrage.
No, because no. But you
You
are
allow him.
cutting my
Okay,
flow.
fine. Finish.
You are consistently
You
cutting my
have,
flow.
you have,
and
you have
him are
60
conniving.
seconds left.
See, what is that? It's not nice. I don't like that. When he was talking, I was quiet. Don't be doing that thing.
Finish.
We are talking about standards here.
Okay.
And there's no way you can compare certain competitions to other competitions. It's not the same.
No wahala.
It is not the same.
Okay.
It is factors. It's
Okay.
not the same anywhere.
Okay.
You are playing a second fiddle competition. So if you go unbeaten, I don't care.
Mhm.
Porto have done that thing before. Porto have gone through. Porto have done unbeaten seasons twice or say 3 times. Do people talk about it on the level of what they talk about on the level as the Juventus and the Arsenal's? No, because the Portuguese league is not on the same standard. They
But
know
we're
they will.
talking about it with the Bundesliga now.
Oh, the Bundesliga now is it on the same standard as the Premier League? No, it is not. Go and check the mother body. The mother body are the ones they oversee the thing, and there are standards to it. If you go unbeaten in the Premier League,
It's more impressive.
do you
So
understand
for
what
you,
it means?
so for you, it's
understand
because
what
of the
it means?
league. There's different leagues.
And
That's
let's go back.
it.
Let's go back to that season. That season, Arsenal lost the semi-final of the FA Cup
Yes.
to Manchester United.
Yes.
Manchester United at that time they were defending champions in the Premier League.
Yeah.
They lost in the quarterfinals of the UEFA Champions League to Abramovich's Chelsea. Abramovich and Ranieri, they are Chelsea. There is no way. You see, what even shows how low the standard of the Bundesliga is, the fact that the team can go the whole season, every match they can lose. Because they are not even stressing. There's no team that can go in the Premier League unbeaten and go across all competitions unbeaten. Even the people who have done treble, they lose. That's the standard of the Premier League. You have to sacrifice. But Arsenal, what they picked, and they said, this one, nobody will touch us in this great league. Nobody touch them. Their standards will. You can't go and compare.
Okay.
Then if we are going down this tangent, don't cut me.
No,
Don't
you
cut
have
me.
finished.
No, I have not finished.
Okay.
If we are going down this tangent, we can go and pick Celtic and come and the Celtics when they did more magic. We can come and pick Porto. Porto, they don't need twice. Do we do that? Because we understand and we rate standard. That's the point. Rest our Belgrade. We will come and say they've done that. No, we will not. Because we respect standard. So I beg you, when you are coming to compare yourself to the great Premier League and the great Arsenal team of 2003-2004, I beg check yourself. Not people who are playing Europa.
Where do you
Europa
stand on
League.
this?
You see, my point is, if Leverkusen were to go unbeaten in the season, theirs would be more pleasing to me or better.
More impressive to
More
you.
impressive to me than that of Arsenal. Simply because this is what nobody expected from them.
Right.
Nobody expected.
Sicho
that.
made that point.
And then two, they are doing this with a very inexperienced manager.
Yeah.
A manager who is still testing his methods.
We're relatively unknown players.
Unknown.
That's what shows that the league has shan. That's what shows you. That somebody can come and test that.
Uninterrupted.
The league that has shan. When the boss of the league catch this your Arsenal Invincible, since time they've been whipping them with chicken ears.
It's not true.
Anywhere Bayern Munich has met Arsenal,
That's not the Invincibles team.
this
That's not
I'm
the
even
Invincibles.
shocked.
But that's not
the
the Invincibles
Invincible
team.
team.
What are you talking
The
about?
Invincible team self will not even have the locals to meet Bayern Munich where they should meet Bayern Munich.
In fact, the Invincibles
They
team
didn't
were
reach.
losing to Ranieri in Chelsea with no pedigree in the
No
Champions League
pedigree
at
in
the
the
time.
Champions. That's what
Must
I'm
have
saying.
dressed.
Uninterrupted.
Go.
So the point let me make my point. The point I'm
Uninterrupted.
making is,
Uninterrupted.
the point I'm making is
See, pause. I beg pause. This debate, when we are doing it, the host cannot be biased. The host cannot be biased.
Agree.
I'm not
What debate
biased.
we do,
Agree.
he has picked the side and he
Agree.
spoke
Agree.
coaching host into the side that
the other day
Why?
when I spoke about it,
Then I totally agree.
because he was talking for you, you
He
sat
wasn't,
there.
he wasn't talking for me.
The other day when we were
talking
doing
for
our complaining, you were quiet. Now you are talking.
talking for me.
You
All
keep
right,
quiet.
Coach, go on
The
with your
point
point.
I'm making is this.
Yes.
I think Leverkusen, you see, for the fact that it is an inexperienced manager.
Yes.
You want to juxtapose it as against the manager of Arsenal at the time. Arsene Wenger. Everybody knew him. The likes of Vieira, Petit, Pires, Henry,
Players he made.
Campbell. Nah,
Players he
if you
made.
bring these people, I don't even know their names.
True story.
Their
No,
names are
Leverkusen is
nowhere
relatively
to be
unknown,
found.
including an Arsenal reject.
Yeah, including
It's
an
not a
Arsenal
reject.
reject.
How
And
is
the
it a
fact
reject?
that see,
The fans wanted to
and the
sack you a
fact
long
that-
time.
It is
So
fun.
you stop
Besides
support.
this guy, you should stop this
They are
thing.
doing
What do you do?
they are doing it with some
What a legends farewell
with
you
some
say is,
audacity, with some authority.
Mhm.
You see, with some authority, they are catching the best team in the land and whipping the team with chicken ease. Look at the points gap between Leverkusen and the so-called almighty Bayern Munich. You cannot go without recognizing that feat. You cannot go without doing that.
Coach Bayern
And for
Shan
me,
this season.
You see,
Champions League semi-final. That's
You see-
in which
you see-
where did Man United where did Man United reach?
they
Invincibles, where Man United reach?
didn't reach anywhere.
They reached
But Bayern Munich are Champions League
second
semi-finalists.
round. Saarbrücken
Oh,
shipping
let me-
Bayern. Everybody shipping
Let-
Bayern.
Champions League finalists.
Charlie
The point
Bayern
I'm
Shan
making
this
is
season.
the
No,
Premier, I don't want to
come
talk
and
too much on this.
Champions League finalists.
Yes, coach,
The
bring
point-
it home for me.
The
You can't
point I'm
play
making
Champions League
is-
semi-final.
Oh, these two boys.
Please go on. Thank you.
The point I am making is this. If Arsenal, with all the players they have, they could only dominate in the league and not by extension at least one cup competition, it then
Maybe some way.
meant to me that, look,
Some way.
kind of,
Fluke.
we shouldn't sort of rate them. the way
Fluke.
we do.
Fluke.
Hey!
We shouldn't do that.
Okay.
In the case of Leverkusen, they are beating, you may say it is the Europa League,
Beating everybody.
but they are beating everybody. They are beating proper teams in the Europa
Which
League.
properties?
They are beating.
Which
You
ones?
understand? They are beating property.
West Ham.
Oh, forget it. That's
West
the
Ham.
competition in which they
Oh,
find
bo,
themselves.
nah.
They beat
Su-
Roma.
They are beating
The
them.
Bayern Munich that is beating your Arsenal, or that would have beaten your Invincible Arsenal if they had met them at the time.
With the
They
they
are
would
cooking
have,
them.
they would have
You see?
beaten them.
So
Coach, your point is
You
very
said
much.
point
is
buying
that-
Sa this season.
I said Bayern
But
City
Man U,
season.
the Man U that Arsenal won the league against that
Uninterrupted.
2004. When did they
They
play
did not
Champions
shine.
League?
they shall
Who did they do not shine?
They don't know.
The Man U that Arsenal won the league against, they did not shine.
We are
So
talking
me-
about Premier
Alright,
League and
so-
standards.
it's okay,
We are coming
Danny.
to compare.
Coach,
I'm talking
Yeah.
about Bayern who has won the
Let's
Bundesliga
do
for
it.
11
Ending.
consecutive
So
years.
it's okay.
Ending.
Puna this
Yes.
season, everything.
ending.
In
For
And
ending.
me-
Man U was not
Mm.
beating.
For me,
Yes.
if somebody does something that I least expect from him,
Applaud it.
he gains.
That
money.
is where the
Quick.
pleasure comes
Oh
from.
yeah, respect. But he's
uh,
not to the next level.
Mr. Romack, bring it home for me.
Fent, see.
Do you like Verstappen?
If Bayer Leverkusen win the Europa League, the Pokal and the league unbeaten, I think theirs will be special. And the reason I want to take it from a different angle, like coach has said it, inexperienced coach, inexperienced squad. But you see, the reason why a lot of teams are not able to do a treble invincible is the fact that in recent times,
Say it again.
treble invincible.
Treble,
Invincible.
not just singular
You
invincible.
see, Fent,
Polar invincible.
in this current
Treble invincible.
dispensation, it is difficult for you to trek Europe, back home, play in the cup,
Yeah.
go back. It is very, very difficult. And if you look at where they are coming from, when Alonso took over in October, they
Last year.
were almost getting relegated.
Mhm.
And they are not among the best teams or the big teams in Germany. And for them to even do that domestically, when Bayern had almost gone 11 seasons winning the league, makes it very special.
This is the first league title in the club's history.
Yes. And to even and that makes
Can you
see,
imagine?
Fent, and they contributed to Bayern going on trophyless
Yes.
since 2013.
Ending
Mike-
an 11-year dominance.
Yes. So for me, I think that
When Dortmund
it
had the
makes
opportunity,
it,
they blew it.
Fent, there are a lot of stories around their invincible. Immatured coach, immatured players, the times that they even level and win games,
Bro.
not domestically, even in Europe.
Yeah.
We saw the,
The
Roma
character
game.
of the team.
We saw, is it a Karabakh game?
Roma Karabakh.
No, what?
Charlie mentioned teams.
They are-
Smoke with
they are in
Susan to say
Europe.
Roma Karabakh.
No, but I wish I knew the teams.
No,
after
because
they
all the
played.
teams they don't
I'm
reach.
coming, no.
That's why
I
they told
wish
the teams
I
don't
knew-
reach.
I'm coming. I
They
wish I
beat
knew-
West Ham, beat Roma, beat...
No,
Yes,
Fent,
West Ham, they
Fent,
beat-
I wish I knew the teams Arsenal were playing in the cup when they went on Invincible.
I'm coming now.
Who
I said they
forgot
lost
them?
to Man United and Chelsea.
I'm coming, but it's not
That's why number
somewhere.
2 and number 3 in the
You
Premier League.
understand? You understand? I don't have. I
What are West Ham? West Ham, where
But
they
what
do?
I'm saying is,
But when
If-
when Leverkusen caught the number 2 and number 3 in Germany, they
scored the
you
double
go
them.
catch number 2 and number 3, you are losing, basa. Then you come and tell me something.
but Fent,
Felix, go.
I think that theirs will be
you
special. Yes, the Premier League might have the big teams, the number of games, but for Bayern
And standards,
to be doing
and
it,
standards.
you see, you talk about the standard.
Now,
You talk about
the Bundesliga.
I'm telling you, you talk about
getting
see,
5 regular
yes,
champions.
I'm
that's
really
what I want
shocked.
to talk about, and it is partly because of
It
what
speaks like the Bundesliga is
performance
a-
of Bayern-
In the season,
You see?
the Bundesliga has been rated better than the Premier League. They are winning it.
Yes, and you see,
By
He
their
talks
handle,
like
by
the
UEFA.
Bundesliga is
The
nothing.
season UEFA says Bundesliga is better
Fent,
than
Charlie,
yes.
don't go there.
I've gone.
Don't go
I've
there.
gone. I'm there.
That's
I'm
it.
there. I'm
That's
there.
not it.
It's-
That's
it's-
not
it's-
it.
it's-
That's
it's-
not it.
it's-
The
it's-
trophy.
UEFA
That's not it.
says
You know.
says the Bundesliga is better.
That one, no. You know
Fent,
that one
Fent,
is specifically for next season champions.
You know, based on last 3 years'
Okay.
performances.
Alright.
Based on what?
See,
Based on
Chicho,
last
Chicho,
3
it's
year
okay,
performances,
it's okay.
the
That-
Bundesliga
it's okay,
is
it's okay, it's
stronger
okay.
than the Premier League.
Felix,
What did
Felix.
they talk? That's what UEFA said. Why does you Premier League have five teams?
Felix,
Because
yes.
they are in the last 3 years
Chicho,
coefficients.
Chicho, you don't hear
5
me.
years. You say.
Fent,
Felix is talking.
Fent, let me see. Truth of the matter is,
When they were,
No.
when they were,
Felix.
the time they were interrupting me, you didn't tell them to this.
Fent, see, but Bayer Leverkusen will be special. It is difficult
Alright,
to do it
cool.
currently. And Fent, you shouldn't forget the fact that a lot of these players too, aside the European games they play for their clubs, national team engagement After
He
COVID.
lost 5 players to AFCON.
Yes,
Mention.
that's what I'm saying.
Mention.
The
He
national team
5
engagement
players,
as
3
well.
of which are starters.
Of course,
He
he-
was injured for like
Yes.
4 months.
He lost Victor Boniface.
Thank
He
you.
lost
A
Kusunu.
lot
He
of
lost
them.
Tapsoba.
A lot of them, but they still had.
Coach.
And all 3 of them
That's-
are starters.
That's almost half of the team gone, but they were able to bring
Oh, but
those from
all
the
these 3
bench.
players I
you
didn't mention.
you are-
Coach doesn't know any of them.
Nobody is saying it's not a great fit. We are saying that know your level. That's all we are saying.
We know
No,
our
so
level is
their
not
level, their level is doing the
Don't come in.
travel.
Hey,
Thank you,
okay,
fellas.
next season we are waiting for him. The
Thank you,
Champions League.
guys.
But we're
Thank you.
talking about we are
Thank
talking
you.
about this season.
He should come.
but Arsenal
Like,
since then, what did they do?
subscribe.
Arsenal since then, what did they do?
Like,
robbed us at Old
subscribe.
Trafford.
And
robbed
put
us. You
notification
robbed us.
on.
What did they do?
We
You
are
robbed
done.
us.
What did they do?
Yes. Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
You robbed us.
Thank you.
That's why you robbed us.